MD CEO Mirrors Investment Limited. Now, in our last video, we did an estimate of what to expect when you farm sweet potatoes at MH Farms located in Iseyin, Oyo State, development by Mirrors Investment Limited, where you get to buy 6 plots at 4.8 million naira, then you get 1 free plot at no extra cost. Now today we want to give you another estimate on how you can farm pepper at MH Solar Farms and what you should spend and what you should expect. We also offer farm management in the sense that we get you farm manager, so wherever you are in the world, you can start earning as the next set of billionaires with those who engage in agriculture. Now, there are various types of pepper. We have habanero pepper, we have chili pepper, we have bell pepper. So for this class, we'll be talking about habanero pepper. Now, under habanero pepper, we also have various kinds of habanero pepper. We have the Caribbean pepper, piquant pepper, super habanero pepper, Elfia pepper. So, but for this class, the pepper that was used is Caribbean pepper. Now, this Caribbean pepper, these particular types of pepper are hybrid and are imported, okay? So when we say they are hybrid, it means they've been cross-pollinated, they are organic. For instance, you have a particular pepper that takes 3 months to harvest, but it produces small quantity of pepper. Then you have another pepper that takes 5 months to harvest, but it produces large size pepper. So you cross-pollinate them to get hybrid pepper. So we're making use of what the Caribbean pepper for this class. Now, to farm on 3,500 square meters, which is approximately 7 plots, you're going to require up to 8,000 seeds. Now, the spacing for this pepper is about 1 meter by 1 meter. However, some will tell you 0.6 meter by 0.6 meter. Not enough spacing. In that case, you need more seeds. But for this class, we are using 1 meter by 1 meter to ensure that your pepper has enough space so it can grow well and it can be healthy. Now, we're looking at having 8,000 seeds, okay? And the cost of these 8,000 seeds is 22,000 naira per 1,000 seed, which gives you 176,000. Then we'll put a logistics of 24,000. So these logistics will cover all these items you will need to buy to farm your pepper. Now, the cost of 70 liters for potting soil. Now, this potting soil is what you're going to use to prepare your nursery, okay? Now, when you growing pepper, there are 2 phases. The first phase is the nursery, where you'll be able to plant your seed for them to germinate before you will now transfer them to your land for you to plant them. So for our potting soil, 70 liters cost 36,000 naira. So this potting soil is what you are going to use to plant these seeds. You do not need any form of manure once you're able to get this potting soil. Now, this potting soil, we're going to also get trays, about 40 trays. So on each tray, you have 200 cells. Okay, so you're going to be putting 1 seed in each tray alongside your potting soil. So you put your potting soil, use your finger, create a hole, then you put your seed in it. Then once you're done with that 200 trays, you sprinkle water. Don't pour water. Your water must be sprinkled. For instance, you create a lot of holes here, then you sprinkle it. You pour, you kill it. Okay, so having done this for your nursery, you can do it in your house, you can do it in a special place on the site. You must also ensure wherever you put it, there's exposure to at least 8 hours of sunlight on a daily basis. So your nursery, depending on the type of seed, can take about 3 weeks to 4 weeks to germinate. So once that is achieved, your seeds have germinated, they are forming plants already, then you will now begin to uproot them to transfer them to your farmland. However, before transferring them to your farmland, there are also a series of activities that you need to carry out on the land. First is your ridge preparation. Okay, so you need to prepare ridges on the entire 3,500 square meter using the spacing that I mentioned, 1 meter by 1 meter, okay, to ensure there's enough spacing so that your pepper can breathe. They say let the poor breathe, even though they're not allowing the poor to breathe. However, let your plants breathe. Okay, so now to prepare this ridges, you will spend nothing more than 200,000 naira. If you are a good negotiator, you can get it less. Now we are talking about organic farming, so it's best for you to do this manually, not using tractors, because by so doing, all the chemicals on those machines, you are no longer doing organic farming. Now after your ridge preparation, you also need to do drip line installation for water. Pepper needs water either once or twice a day, morning and evening. So you want to grow pepper, you plant in the morning, you wet in the morning, or you plant in the evening. Do not plant under the sun. Okay, so you install drip lines 8,000 square meters, because a drip line is about 2,000 square meters. That's about 4 plots. So by 8,000 square meters, that is, it's going to cost you about 400,000 naira. However, you can, and why we are doing this estimate is because we are considering 8,000 seeds. Okay, in some cases you may actually spend less than this. Now the land clearing, packing and weeding cost about 250,000 naira, while your miscellaneous about 100,000 naira. Then all these are the activities you carry out on your farmland up until harvest. You are estimated to spend nothing more than 1,246,000 naira. You are not going to spend anything beyond this. However, some of these expenditures can be cut. Now, when planting seeds, it's estimated that you plant 8,000 seeds, take out 30% in case of seeds that may not germinate, which is always the case. So when you take about 30%, you'll be left with that's 2,400. So that will be about 5,600 seeds. What you are going to transplant to your land. So now we're going to give an estimate of what to expect in terms of harvest of these products. So last analysis we did on the cost, we said that we will be left with about 5,600 plants. So now we're going to look at the fact that of these 5,600 plants, let's say 600 plants does bad, and we're only able to harvest a total of 5,000 plants. So this is what we're able to harvest, 5,000 plants. Now, one pepper seed is estimated to give you between 1 kg to 1.5 kg of pepper. Okay, so but we're going to work with minimum, which is 1 kg. So 5,000 plants multiplied by 1 kg. So that is 5,000 kg or 5 tons. So this is what you're expected to harvest on your 3,500 square meter land. 5 tons of pepper. Now, in terms of the cost of this pepper in the market, it ranges from 700 naira to 1,500 naira per kg here in Nigeria. This is the cost of pepper. So now let's now assume that this cost is 700 naira. Let's work with the minimum quantity. Why? Because you are farmers, you don't want to keep your goods, so it's more logical to sell at a lesser price so your goods can go out as swiftly as possible. Okay, so let's say 700 naira multiplied by 5,000 pepper. So that's going to give you roughly 3,500,000 naira. Okay, trust me, this estimate could be double, but we have to work with the barest minimum. Then in terms of expenditure and all, so you could choose to take out 1 million naira for transport, cost of harvest and all. So if you minus this, So you'll be left with a minimum of 2,500,000 naira. All these if you are planting between 2024 and 2025. Now, this is one harvest. So in a year, you get about 2 harvests. So on an annual basis, you are looking at 5 million naira for planting pepper every year. And your farmer, of course, will definitely take some of this profit. So agriculture is a gold mine. And mind you, when you want to plant again, the only expenditure that you might need to make has to do with buying the seeds. So subsequent planting, you'll be spending about 400, maximum 500,000 naira. And your profits can only get better, because by the time your crops are already used to that ground, you begin to yield more harvest. And sometimes a particular pepper might be able to produce multiple harvests. So agriculture is one of the best ways forward if you are looking to start making money from real estate rather than just the usual buy land and wait. Now, buy farmland and earn. This is what we are offering you at Merums Investment Limited. So do not delay to send us a message before this offer is over. Stay safe and bye for now. Thank you.